first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Nibbler. We are here in the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom. We're here every weekday starting at 1 p.m., going to 4 p.m., and we cover a wide range of topics, and we're able to have a little bit longer form interviews and discussions about that wide range of topics. And that includes breaking news, should that happen, but something we've all been following along ever since last week when that atmospheric river hit the Northwest. There's what was going on in Oregon and Southwest Washington, and then the further up you get into Washington, the worse some of those flooding situations really have become because of how much water they received, and they need help. And one organization helping them out is Clackamas Fire. They have a crew up there, and so we're going to talk about that and some of the work that they're doing. Joining us right now, we have the Clackamas Fire Division Chief of Operations, Kyle Olson, joining us. And Kyle, thank you very much for being here, to help walk through this, and of course all the work that you do in general, that your organization does. But can you tell us, for the state of Washington, I guess, what kind of a crew went up there, and what is it that you're doing there for those people in Washington?
Yep. Yeah. Thanks for having us. Clackamas Fire sent up 6 firefighters that are a part of our water rescue team. They were deployed last Friday for a 7-day deployment up to the Skagit County area, up to the Mount Vernon area. Clackamas Fire's water rescue team, six firefighters went up with all the equipment and boats, and they're just going up there to help and see what kind of resources that they need. But our firefighters are all ready to go and qualified, and they're up there to help.
And what are some of the things that they could end up doing while they're up there?
Well, they're conducting some search and rescue operations to help with some evacuations. They're also doing a lot of scouting for the incident management team to make sure that what they're seeing in the incident management team and what the rescuers are out on the water, you can't get to these places by land. So they're out patrolling the Skagit River right now, and they're kind of just assessing damage, but they're also ready to go in case someone does need help or needs to be rescued.
I would imagine that would be a big assistance when you have something fast moving like this and you have the flooding like that. And there may be situations where I would imagine the rescue organizations up there may not even know something could be going on or someone needs rescued. So this is like they're going out there and just scouting, essentially, a lot of it.
Yes, absolutely. And with the boats that they took, they can get into places that maybe the other teams can't get to. And there's a lot of potential flooding that's coming, the rainfall that's coming. So the assessing the damage that has already happened and also looking out at where this could end up in another week or two. So with a huge potential for rain and wind, this is a dynamic situation that just could get worse. But it's good to have eyes out there, and we're not the only water rescue team that's out there on the water. Our crews are actually working with some other teams from other states who've driven a long ways to help. So there's definitely a lot of scouting. There's also working alongside these other teams, and then they're also just assessing the impacted areas for responses and helping to develop a plan to fix the problem.
Is there some special training that these particular firefighters have for this kind of water rescue that are up there?
Yeah, our water rescue team is a highly qualified team. They have all the water rescue certifications, including the rescue boat operator, where we run our boats in some pretty dangerous areas and conditions. They also have the swift water, they're rescue swimmers, meaning they're in dry suits all day long, and they with always the potential to get in that water. They also are the high-angle rope rescue technicians, and these rope technicians, a lot of times these water rescue calls end up being a rope rescue problem as well. But in the last several years, Clackamas Fire has really focused on regional operations and being able to provide support. And mostly right now, it's kind of the Portland metro area. We have a really, really strong regional operations teams with the other fire departments in the area. But we're also preparing to deploy a long ways away. We've been working with the National Guard to do some helicopter operations, given the opportunity. If that comes up, we need to be able to work with the National Guard. We're trying to think bigger and think globally on this topic, especially with our water rescue team. We've got a really, really strong group of qualified serious water rescue technicians that are great at what they do, and we need to be able to help. It came down to the Texas floods last year. We were thinking, how can we get our teams down to Texas to help? We want to help. It's just a long drive. The National Guard we're working with those folks to help get us there if we need to. This situation is just in our backyard in a way, being in the Northwest. But our firefighters are up there working. They're doing an outstanding job. And as of right now, they're working daylight hours. And so it sounds like they're going to transition to night operations where they're going to be working in darkness with night vision. And so they're ready for it. They're trained. They're ready to go.
When it comes to that, providing help with these highly trained people that Clackamas Fire has in these specific areas too, is this something that, from an organization standpoint, did somebody in the state of Washington or did the state of Washington request help, or was it something where you saw it and you offered it up and they were like, yeah, we need you up here? Yeah,
several years ago, we made sure that our water rescue team is a Type 3 swift water rescue team. And in that federal system, you're typed as a team that is open for and available for help. So when we're in that system, the state of Washington can see where our location is, and they see that we're a qualified team, we're ready to go, and we're ready to deploy. So between the state of Washington and Oregon Emergency Management, we received a call, and they said that they need help, and then we answered that call, and we worked through the process, the logistics side of getting a team ready to go. But we've been preparing for this, so we can be able to get on that road within 30 minutes to an hour if people need it.
Wow, so it's that quick of a deployment for something like that, 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, and that is kind of the way we need to look at our job anyway. People don't have time for us to gather our things and get ready to go. We literally hook the boat up, get in the trucks, and we go.
And how long do you think this team will be deployed up there?
So as of right now, the deal that we signed with the state of Washington is 7 days. So 7 days means that they're on their own. They're part of an incident management team up there. They're working with other groups and other teams. But 7 days, depending on the weather and where this goes, within the next few days, that 7 could get extended. As of right now, 7 days is Friday, but it's a dynamic situation, and we may go for another 7. And our guys are ready for that.
I was going to say, there's reports now of a levee breaking just south of Seattle there in the Kent area, Renton area, Tukwila. And when you see something like that combined with more of these floods, is there a possibility they could be deployed elsewhere, or they stick kind of there around that Mount Vernon area?
And when I say Mount Vernon, that was where they were to check in and get started. After that,
Gotcha.
They could be over that entire Western Washington region, based on reacting to what the needs are. And they're working for an incident management team that kind of has the operational strategies. And our water rescue team, they're mobile. We can hook up trailers and run boats to another spot. But again, the levees are a concern. The weather is a concern, and we already have all kinds of impacts for the last week of what's been going on. So we don't really know where this is going to go. We just know that we have a strong team that's up there to help.
Have they performed any specific rescues yet? Do you know?
Well, there was some talks of some rescues, and as far as the details to those, we don't have a whole lot of the details because they're out there on the water, and I'm sure we'll have some great stories when they get home. And I hope so. I hope that's why they're there, is to help people and help get people to safety.
Anything else that you think is important just for the general public to know about the work that you do and just regionally helping out with something like this?
I mentioned the floods in Texas, and I think it's kind of a helpless feeling when we've got qualified, certified folks, and we're kind of stuck in our region, and we want to go out and deploy. See, we have firefighters that are back here ready to go in case we need to swap folks out and bring in and help provide more relief somewhere else. But our hearts go out to the folks up there in Washington. This kind of devastation is so widespread, and that is one thing our water rescue team said is it's absolutely crazy to see how much water is up there. And the footage you see on the news, it doesn't do it justice, meaning it is much worse than you would know. And it could get worse. So if we can provide help at this level, we'll do whatever we can in the region to do that. And so our hearts just go out to the folks up there in Skagit County.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you very much for all that you do and for being up there to help them out too during this situation and providing those resources and that training and putting that to use up there. So thank you very much. You know, I really appreciate your time joining us here too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
And for everybody watching, thank you. We are live streaming here out of the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, but you can go to kptv.com at any point and get updates on all of that, and we'll keep you updated on any these major developments that are going on in Washington or Oregon, whatever it may be. There is more rain on the way, so we'll have to see how that affects everything, particularly up there, but also here as well. So wherever you may be, we'll let you know on that. But thank you for joining us. We're going to take a break for now. We'll be back soon. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.